Hi guys, so we're heading off to do a new motor for a roller door. It's something that's a different brand. It's going to go inside the actual door itself, so we'll see how we go. All right, stay tuned. So I arrived at the job, and as you can see, we're very cramped for space. The areas either side of the door quite cramped. There's not a great deal of room. I did try to use the big ladder, but it really wasn't much of a chance, so I managed to get the little 4-foot steps, got it in there, put a few straps around the door, rolled it up, got it out of the tracks, and managed to anchor it with some anchor positions up in the roof itself. I put some brackets and attached some straps high in behind the door so I could actually suspend it on the bracket. That was a case of pretty much just winching it down bit by bit, getting it all the way down. By the time it got to the ground, it was quite an epic task. More straps, one around the middle, managed to rotate and get it outside the door, but as you can see I had the little knotted ropes on each end just to catch it every time I lowered it down, so it had something to support on every time I was lowering it. This took quite some time, believe you me, and going backwards and forwards across everything, it was no easy task. By the time it was all said and done, 2.5 hours had gone by. It definitely is probably a two-man job. Might have made the job and task a little bit easier, but I managed to rest it on the little 4-foot steps there at one end, and then pretty much just releasing my straps every now and then to get it down, easing the straps down piece by piece. Seemed to be the only way to get it really all the way down, and it was time consuming to say the least. But when it was all done, we got him right down, sitting on the ground, a little bit of mucking around, and it was well worth a break afterwards because it was quite a hot day. As you can see, we got on the ground, had to roll it out, and because the actual drive mechanism motor part had to go inside the door, I had to remove the end plate which attached to the spring inside the unit, and this was all attached, reattached and screwed in place. I left the straps on the ground, so when I rolled it back up again I was able to re-establish a nice tight roll on the actual door itself. And again, got the straps and put some extra straps around the middle so I could actually suspend it in 2 different places, and then start winching it back up again. And the tricky part was actually adjusting the limits, because the limits are on the left hand side of the screen there, inside the mechanism there. It was really quite a tight spot. I had to chisel out some of the wood up on top there, and even then the only way I could really adjust it was with my fingers. I couldn't really get a full front on view, but it seemed to serve the purpose and the customer was happy in the end.